What's going on, YouTube? It's Cam Chaddick hitting you with a motherfucking early morning weekend video. Yeah, it's 11:56 right here, right now. I am munching on this delicious breakfast burrito I made. Look at that. Motherfucking hash browns, eggs, corn salsa, sour cream. Oh, whew. Washing it down with some motherfucking. Oh, yeah, you know what that is. Okay, we ain't even gonna show labels, okay? Because you should just know what that is. Mm. So today, what the fuck was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna rant about Call of Duty Black Ops. Oh yeah, what's up? See my No Shave November status? Look at that. I've been actually like combing it out a little bit just because it's kind of itchy, and it's gonna help it soften on my face instead of just sitting there and being thick and itchy. Whew, yeah, I got a long, like, 2 weeks ahead of me. Anyway, so my thoughts on the game so far. I haven't played any campaign at all, and I'm not generally one of those guys. I'm just not like super into the Call of Duty multiplayer experience like that. But this time around, I am. I love the map design. I think it's very well thought out. I think it is very reminiscent of the games I like. The Quakes, the Halos. Very, very. The maps are really purpose built. Aesthetically, I like the game just because. I mean, how many generic fucking camo in the woods maps and characters and all that can you do? Like, the future aesthetic with, there's a lot more brightly colored, and I feel like it's a lot more fast-paced game. I don't think it's obviously not trying to play to the realism, which Call of Duty has never been anything resembling realistic, and I think it's great that Black Ops decided to finally like embrace that ridiculousness of, a guy that can just jump from heights, having a perk where you can jump from heights and not take any damage, or, not flinching when getting shot in the chest or, whatever. So I think it's really embracing the ridiculousness of it, and just sort of going all out with now you can stack up on your perks, and you don't have to, like, you're not forced to play in any certain way. Like, I think risk reward is a lot better thought out in the map design now. It's just all around good. I really am enjoying this the best one to date as far as multiplayer experience goes. Campaign, what I've seen of it, I've watched it been played. I haven't played it myself. What I've seen of it is they tried. That's all I can say. They tried. So I have to play through myself to give my thoughts on that. On zombies, they most definitely made zombies harder. I will say that zombies is harder now. I mean, my first try in any other zombies maps in any other game, I would be at, what am I thinking here? Probably like wave 20, 25 or whatever my first go. Right now, I'm having a hard time getting past wave 9, and that's after a few run-throughs on transit. So, yeah, it's a bear, but what do you say? I still think it's fun. I just don't get that feeling like I'm just tearing through zombies like usual. It's kind of it's a bit more challenging, which you expect in the late waves, but for it to get so challenging early on, I'm not sure if it's gonna necessarily keep its longevity for me. Just because zombies is that mode you play when you just want to chill out and sit there, kill some zombies, and then when shit gets hard and you're tired of relaxing, like you wake up a little bit, like okay, let's get to killing zombies or whatever. But now it's just like you jump right in it. You have like one or two easy waves, and then it's hard work from then on in. So it's most definitely a different pace, and um, I would say you probably need partners on this one too. Like you will go down because I would say I got to maybe like the fifth or sixth wave before I was getting one and two shotted by zombies. So they've most definitely made some balance changes to the way the game operates in all modes. But yeah, I like it so far. My rant though, okay, this is major release. Obviously one of the biggest ones this year, and a year of real big releases. I mean, we've had Borderlands 2, Assassin's Creed 3. Me being a fighting game fan, there've been plenty of awesome releases for me. I mean, we started off the year with Cross Tekken. Now we've had Tekken Tag 2. We've had Soul Calibur 5, I think, this year, as well as DOA 5. Guilty Gear has been released for you Xbox users, at least. Shout outs to North American PSN. I broke down and bought the Japanese PSN card so I can get Guilty Gear. Cost me like $30 for a game that's probably gonna be $15. And whenever they decide to finally release it, I mean, they said November, and now we're in November, we don't have a release date, and it's not been mentioned on any PlayStation blog. So I'm guessing it got pushed back for some localization reason. They've had complications like this in Europe. Axis or Arxis or whatever they're called. I think Arxis. Axis, I think, is the publisher. Arxis is the developer, I think. I don't know. I just know I like the game. But yeah, I broke down, spent the $30 on that. So Call of Duty is a big release in a game of lots of releases, lots of gamers. If you're excited for something, it's Call of Duty is always looking to stand out. For me, it hasn't. This year, I will say I'm most definitely pleased. But I don't know if Xbox people are experiencing this. I haven't heard anything of it. But the freezing is ridiculous. My console is, and this is worse than my Borderlands issue, my console is freezing up every 2 or 3 games. And they need to really work on the split screen online mode, because not only is my console freezing, but a lot of times it won't even allow my other user account to play online with me. So one of the main draws of the game is not accessible. It's causing my entire console to freeze up, which, we'll see. I hope that in the long run it doesn't end up corrupting any of my data or anything like that, but I would say Activision, with all the money that they put into Call of Duty games, because that's their main title, they're a pretty big company. I'm sure they're just pouring money into it. You guys need to get your fucking shit together. If it was anyone else, if it was like, Reverge and, like little glitches with other smaller indie games or some shit like that, for them those glitches for them people that don't have the resources, cool, you can slide with that. But this is Activision. You guys are, come on now. You guys are, at least act like you're top dogs. Get your shit together. Patch this goddamn game. I would understand if it was a glitch, like, some online lag type glitch thing. But my entire console is freezing up. Like, it's ridiculous. So that's my rant on it. I do love the game though. I think it's the best Call of Duty. The best Call of Duty I've played. So with that being said, what do I have going on? Oh, okay. I'm not going to finish my Resident Evil reviews because I sold that goddamn game. Why? Because I've made it to like the last chapter of Chris's campaign, and after playing through Leon's, Chris's didn't really impress me at all, but the end of Leon's was really garbage. I liked Leon's all the way to the last chapter. Played all the way through Chris's to the last chapter. I was just so bored at that point. Call of Duty was getting ready to come out. I was like, I'm gonna give that game a try. So I'm just thinking like, man, who's gonna sell this game? You know, so I just sold it, and I don't keep games if they don't really grab, you know, take hold of me. So from what I played at Chris, I'll go ahead and give my score on Chris. My score for Chris, I would say. I mean, I want to be fair about it because it was the worst of the 3 campaigns. I'll give it a 7.5. It was entertaining to an extent, but it was really boring. It really just bored the shit out of me. And after coming out of Leon's campaign, like, I didn't see the point and purpose of it. But I mean, it was still the same, you know, Resident Evil gameplay and, you know, the survival action, you know, and I liked all that. I like the gameplay of the game. It's just the way that they do the pacing, like the way they pace the segments. It's just like there's no motivation. You don't feel any reward. Like, at least in past Resident Evil games, and I think that was the main thing that killed me with Resident Evil 6 was that there was no upgradable weapon system. That was the main thing I think that was like the lifeblood of 4 and 5 was the upgradable weapons, because you knew if anything, like, you could pour your weapons out, or there's all kinds of new weapons you could buy, or all types of shit to unlock. Like, what is there? Some mercenaries maps, some action figures to unlock. You got skill points, which is a big whoop-de-doo. Like, okay, you get perks, but your guns are, you know what I mean? Like, the main thing, the main draw thing for Resident Evil fans for the past, you know, for that style of game, the survival action, the 4 and 5 style, is the weapons upgrades. Wasn't in there. And really, that's been a Resident Evil trait since what, 2? Like, upgradable weapons have been in since 2, so I don't know why they removed that. I like that they brought the multiple campaigns back, and they really varied them, so I really do like that. But yeah, overall, I'd say I think you know, more after I played the game, that the 7, you know, the 7 and 8s that it's been getting are fair. So I mean, I would give it an. See, I don't want to give it an 8. Yeah, I'm kind of just thinking on my last impression, but I really did like Jake's campaign. Jake, I almost gave it 9, his campaign, so I'll give the whole game an 8. So, just being fair and averaging my 3 scores together, I'd say probably about an 8. But yeah, that's about all I have to say for today. My time's running out, so just go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. You know, let me know what you think. If you guys are experiencing any similar issues with this goddamn Call of Duty freezing up my motherfucking PlayStation. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'm out. Bye.